All that's required for bastards to take control is for the good people to say nothing. If I walk in and catch fire, it's your fault. And of course, I could pee in a bucket and pretend that it's beer. I think he'd believe that. They had some awesome lines in this.
Welcome to the heart of the stories we tell. My name is Rob, and tonight I will be reviewing,
I guess, the rest of Castlevania. I guess there were only 4 episodes. Witch Bottle I covered last time. This time I'll cover Necropolis, Labyrinth, and Monument. I'm really kind of sad. I was expecting this to be 10, maybe even 12 episodes, especially since they're only half hours. I guess it wasn't so much of a binge as much it was a really short period of time watching a great show. I guess I should give it a rating, even though with 4 episodes in it doesn't feel so much like a whole series. I guess 2 hours in, I'm going to give it an Electrum. It's good, but it's not great. There are a few flaws here and there, but overall it's probably the best video game adaptation I've seen in a long time. But then again, that could be damning it with faint praise, because let's be honest, when we all put our heads together, how many good video game adaptations do we really come up with? Let's throw this up there and then get started.
so once again, it's stop, spoiler time. Ba-da-na-na.
And secondary warning, the episodes do not get any less bloody as the episodes go on. There is all sorts of decapitations, body part removals, you name it. If you're squeamish at all, this is not the series for you. And that's part of what I think keeps it from getting to a gold. So let's talk about exactly what it would have taken for it to be gold. I appreciate the violence, I appreciate the gore, but I do think it went over the top a couple of times, especially in scenes where you could have just as easily had it just be a step less. But the other thing that really bugs me is we're introduced to Dracula in the first episode, Belmont in the second episode. In the third episode, we're pretty much just fighting the church. And yeah, I understand that part of this whole thing is the church is the bad guy. In such a short run, only 4 episodes, they had so much story to cover, and instead they basically made just a prologue. In fact, that's what I'm grading this on. This entire season was nothing but prologue. One extended story of how the church screwed over Belmont before the team formed that's going to actually go after Dracula. I really would have liked to have seen a little more of these 3 fighting monsters, because that's what Castlevania is about, saving people from monsters. And in this case, yes, I get it, the church was the monster. Now, having said that, Castlevania's an old story. Hell, Dracula's an old story. It needed a new twist, and this twist was pretty good. I also want to say that one of the best things I saw was when they talked about what inside Castle Dracula looked like, and when they talked about the machines and the science. Now, one of the themes I've talked about over the years a couple of times is science versus magic, and is science any different than a type of magic? In the Castlevania games, we always see mechanical workings inside the castles. We always see magic and science side by side. So it was an interesting take. And it was far from the only thing that came away that was good. You know what else was awesome? Getting to see Richter be pretty much a general of a battle. During that whole fight sequence in the 4th episode, it was just alright, we're gonna pin them in. Now, the fact that the demons had wings and didn't think to fly kind of annoyed me, but I mean, obviously he showed that he is an undead hunter. He is someone that is worthy of the name Belmont, worthy of fighting creatures of the night. Oh yeah, and the whip's consecrated, you know, to fight vampires and demons and stuff. So let's just quickly recap here. Salt on your weapons can hurt them, salt thrown at them can hurt them, holy water works, ice attacks work. Fire attacks, he says, aren't so good, but I mean, if you think about that for a second, demons are probably pretty close to immune to fire. And other than that, just basic magic. All in all, there was a second awesome fight sequence, too. Except it kinda plays up a trope I'm not too happy. Our introduction to Alucard is some hot hero-on-hero action, and comes at pretty much the end of the 4th episode. Like I said, not a lot of time to really get to know our 3 heroes. Alucard does make a great comment, though. I'm doing this because it's what my mother would want. After all, we're all slaves to what our family would have wanted us to do. And that's true of all 3 of them. So what did you think of the hard R rating? And what did you think of all the cool action sequences? And what do you think about the world building overall? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments down in the comment section. Heck, I'd love to hear what you think just in general about using what I'm gonna just call Castlevania 3 as their storyline. But it's time for me to tell you I need you to hit that like and share button, and I need you to help me build this community. If this is your first time here, I do videos like this, plus I do weekly theory videos on storytelling overall, and reviews whenever I get the chance. So hit that subscribe button and activate those alerts to join our community, where we talk about why we tell stories, how we tell stories, and the different tropes that we like and don't. And then you can join me here as we take a walk through the heart of the stories we tell. Thanks for watching. I hope Season 2 has at least double this number of episodes.